Hello there YouTube, and this is my new account, and today I'll be showing you a high altitude approach on a Cessna 152. So right now I'm just going to be taking off at Princess Juliana Airport, and I'll be turning around and coming in quite high on this approach. I'm going to use a few tips along the way just to get you in the high altitude approach and safely landing back. So I'm just going to let my plane take off, and then I'll guide you through a few steps now. Okay, now, as you can see, my Cessna 152 has been taken off now, and I'm just going to turn sharply to the right in a sec, so that I can get behind quite high. During this turn, I want to be facing 90 degrees away for the right off the runway. It doesn't have to be perfectly exact about it, but if you're coming in quite high, I suggest, in this prop plane anyway, I suggest that you turn quite sharply. I just open up my GPS to the bottom so I can get a good lineup on this runway. However, if it wasn't coming in high, it's not too important on the judgment of the lineup on the actual runway itself. Okay, right now I'm just flying downward on the runway, and I'll be turning around shortly now so I can get a good line approach. Okay, I've put myself back in the cockpit for the landing for virtual cockpit view for when I'm landing. So I'm going to try and make this landing quite smooth. However, I will be coming down quite quickly for the actual high altitude landing itself. Okay, as you can see now, I'm pretty high off the runway. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put my throttle to where I don't let my flaps fall, and do a very steep downward approach onto the runway. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm going to pull back up, so I slow down to about 60 knots and make my way back. So there's me slowing down there and coming back over on the runway. Depending on what airport you're at, the runway should generally be long enough to do this, especially in a prop plane. I recommend you don't do this in jets, for it may cause some problems. Okay, so I'm just touching down now with my Cessna 152. I'm just going to be shortly just stopping here, and then, well, that pretty much wraps it up. So that's a high altitude approach in the Cessna 152. So see you next time.